So you're here, so you know everything is changing. This year, more than half of people got their news from social media or other platforms. These are the 4 sites that most of the young people got their news from. Who out here gets their news from one of these sites? Of course. And this year, for the first time, independent news creators are going to get more ad revenue than legacy media. But like legacy media, new creators, old problems. They still have to make money. Otherwise, they're at the whim of the algorithm. So there's lots of really interesting news creators out there. I'm sure you have your favorites. And they're doing really interesting things. They're investigating, they're commenting, they're explaining. But there's also a lot of slop out there. You've seen this? Sam Altman's stealing GPUs from Target. It was made with his own Sora. Sometimes the platforms don't even know what they're serving you, whether it's quality news or not. So if they don't know, how are you supposed to know? So discovery is the big problem. So ICFJ has decided to work on this issue. How are we supposed to find quality news? We partnered this year with YouTube to define what makes a quality news creator. What are the parameters? What are the qualities? And came up with a lot of parameters, but these are some of the 4 basic ones. As journalists, these are all probably very familiar to you. But we're in a brave new world of creators. So what we did with YouTube is that we gave awards to 8 creators from around the world to reward and elevate good journalistic practices in news creation on whatever platform. There they are getting their awards in the Perugia Journalism Festival, what is not nearly as good as Media Party. But this year we're going to go beyond video. We're partnering with Project C, and they help teach journalists how to become news creators. And in July, they came out with a list in the United States of 50 top news creators. It's not a ranking, it's just a list of people to watch, people who are doing good work, people you should maybe follow. There's a list of 50. This came out in July. This week, we're announcing we're doing a list for Latin America. Yes. And these are the things that we're looking for. These are the criteria. And at the beginning, Project C tried to map out every kind of news creator. But in the end, we decided that they probably all fit in 3 basic categories. Everything else is kind of a variation on this theme. We've got investigators, we've got explainers, we've got commentators. And along the way, as we're sort of looking at these pools of people, we're noticing some things. Yes, they're making a lot of money from ads. Yes, they're making money from subscriptions, newsletters. But if you look here, they're making more, almost half of their money from reader revenue, from donations from followers or memberships. And these are people that they have connected with who feel like they're getting something authentic, something valuable that they're willing to pay for. And the most successful news creators have identified a need, and they're working to fill that need. And they're using their platforms not just for clicks and ad revenue, but to build communities and to connect with the people who are following them and to create something together. Those are the ones who are doing the best. And that can't be disrupted by the algorithm. I'm going to show you this clip of Yuri Fernandes, an award winner from Brazil. He did something very clever. He identified a niche in Brazil, gay and trans people who were facing the challenges of growing old. They felt alone and sometimes invisible. He did a series of short documentaries. We don't have sound? Imagine great music. So he made those people visible. But Yuri himself was not that visible. He had a very small following, but a very loyal following in Brazil. So if you got a card on your way in like this, don't worry if you didn't. They have them on the tables in the back by the headphones. We would like to ask your help to make the best news creators more visible. You can scan the QR code and nominate your favorites. We're hoping that this will create a virtuous cycle. They'll get more visibility, maybe they get more followers, maybe they get more money, and then other creators can see, oh, the ones who are using good journalistic practices and standards are being rewarded, they're doing well. So help us keep the slop out of the information news system. Let's keep the drinking water from being diluted and polluted. Keep it pure. Thank you very much.